Yeah, it probably does.
I'm just going to show you kind of some of the features of the Savu 5. It's the Osprey Savu 5 liter. It does have a cell phone pocket for some like the bigger size cell phones will fit. It does have a main pocket. This has two kind of elastic mesh pockets. It does have a key holder. It has two side pockets. They're just pockets, nothing fancy on the inside. Same thing. Nice simple pockets. It does have two water bottle holders with kind of the water bottle straps. These are kind of adjustment straps, so once you have it on there, it'll hold the water bottle nice and tight. It has the classic normal buckle. Easy, nothing crazy. It has a hold loop, and it has a little loop at the bottom. You can connect some stuff, probably like a light or something if you're driving on the road. This is meant for a little bit longer, more self-sustaining kind of trips, so able to go do the whole enchilada or somewhere where you're not able to just get back to the car super easy. You can kind of do some trail fixes right there. So this is the Savu 2, Osprey Savu 2 liter. It does have the water bottle holder, has a water bottle strap, has two pockets, nice big pockets. They are connected through the bottom, so that is one kind of weird thing where if you do throw something kind of loose leaf down in there, you think you might have lost it, but it's probably just down at the bottom floating around somewhere. There's two kind of elastic mesh pockets. The one on this side is nice and deep. You can put a lot of levers and tools and stuff in there. There's another pocket on this side. It's not as deep, but it's nice and wide, and it's good to have another pocket. It's got the key holder, and does have kind of a little hold loop, not as big as the other one, and it still has a little clip so you can kind of clip a light to it if you need to. Same kind of buckle as the Savu 5. Nice, easy, straightforward, normal buckles, nothing crazy. Quick comment on a little downside to the Savu 2, the water bottle holder. This is 750 ml water bottle holder, or water bottle. When you put it in, it is really hard to get back out. You need to pull it by the top, and it's just a pain in the butt. So if you use some of the bigger ones, it's a little bit easier to grab, but it's just something to note. And then the Savu 5, one downside with the water bottles as well is it can fit just about any water bottle you need to. It's nice and solid, but the water bottle holder is snaps, like it's connected by snaps, and this thing can kind of go on and off, I guess, or I don't know why they would choose snaps, but they did some snaps, and if you put it in really aggressively, it can snap open, or if you can't get it just perfect on the trail, and so it'll leave it in kind of wobbly, and it's annoying. One big downside to that is if this bottom snap comes off, then this bottle can actually shift and slide through the bottom. So just something to keep in mind. The snaps are a little weird, but I haven't had too many issues with it, especially if you use little holder thingies. But one last thing, as far as this being kind of a longer adventure bag, there isn't really, that I've found, there isn't really a hose or anything to be able to put a bladder, and there's not really anything to hold it either. There's no kind of hangy clip thing, so you definitely could put a bladder in here, and if you wanted to, you could just run the hose out the side here and then do whatever you want to do with a hip mounted bladder. But this is more meant to just have two bottles, and you could just take two bigger bottles if you need to, and find other ways to carry, or a water filter or something if you really need to go longer distances. So first, just to kind of show you the water bottles, any size water bottle does fit pretty well, and they're easy to get out. With this bag, it's a little bit different, but we'll talk about that later. So we are able to fit two waters in there. In the top pocket, you can fit a phone, busted phone. You got room for money. You could put, wallet, all sorts of stuff in there. And then the last thing, rain jacket, so you never know when it'll hit. And I've got a Patagonia Houdini thing, packed super light, and it's a really great rain jacket, so would recommend it packed small. But essentially you can fit a phone. I bring an extra UDH, so you can bring cash, medications, headphones, extra gloves, a buff. We've got a chain, backup derailleur, backup shifter. We've got all the levers. We have a bunch of CO2 with extra nozzles just in case. We've got a multi-tool with a patch kit. We've got all of our food, a spare tube, and we've got our 2 waters that we had. So you can fit quite a bit into the 5. And once again, this is kind of made for those longer distance trips, or those out there trips where you kind of need to have everything. You don't have access to any, you can't just go to the car and fix the bike real quick. Now I want to show how much you can fit in the Savu 2. Just a quick word on the water bottles. Whenever you pack this thing super tight, full of stuff like it is, it's a little harder to get the bottles in and out. Whereas on the 5, it's kind of separate of everything, so they'll always just kind of slide in and out. So that's about everything that can fit in the 2. So this one's going to be used more for those shorter trips where you go out like Buff Creek, where you can take 10 to 12 miles and it's not going to be anything, you don't need anything crazy. You can still get back to the car if you need to and change things, but you still have the ability to keep some safety items there. Just wanted to show the Savu 5 while it's on, how it sits. It does have a nice big hip band, nice thick strap and everything. The buckles do kind of fall in a weird spot on me, at least, where they're just right on the hip bones. And then if you try and get it higher, then skin pinches while you're trying to ride and everything, so it's kind of a pain. But otherwise, everything's super accessible. When you're riding, you are able to reach the other side if you need to. So if you're just if you need to keep a certain arm on there or whatever, you can. The back is still pretty accessible. You're able to get the stuff that you need to. So the zippers are great. They all move. The only downside I'd say with the fit is just the buckles. They sit a little weird, but that's, everyone has their own preferences. And then this is the Savu 2. Once again, just kind of showing the fit. Same thing, buckles kind of sit in a weird spot, but that's just kind of me. I probably have just issues. The side straps are nice. They're a little bit longer, a little bit thicker to kind of hold those hips. It'd be really, really nice, but I'm sure there's bag makers making things for a reason. So, and then I just wanted to show you, so these are accessible, but when there's nothing in there, they have an issue closing. They don't want to close all the way. And then the bottle, so this is the 750, and you have to really put your fingers in to get it, and you still can't, so you kind of got to pull it out by the top. And just to show you, the bigger bottle at least is a little bit easier to grab, so things to consider. Thank you.